Oi, oi, you beautiful people. This is a subject that I'm sure everybody's thinking about. I mean, if you look at my thumbnail, it kind of says it all. Absolute chaos going on out there, right? And, I often sit here and think in panic, really, some of it, like a worry of what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? What's going to happen? All the what if thinking, a lot of what if thinking. And we don't have any kind of reality to it. We can only look at what's actually happening. And then, it's a matter of looking at what actually can I do as opposed to what can't I do, and weighing, because we worry about a lot of things that we can't do anything about. There may be some things we can do politically, like voting or writing to your politicians or campaigning, marching, whatever. There's always, as long as you're not being violent with it, don't agree with any of that. But there's certain things that you can do there, and those are on the side of these are things that I can actually do if you choose to. But a lot of things, that we really can't do anything about what looks like I'm not going to say looks like it is. It's out of our reach. It's way out of our reach. A lot of things that are going on, especially when it comes to politics. One thing we can do is come together and not be pointing fingers at everybody for their politics. And as long as you're a good-hearted, loving, caring, empathetic person, then I've got no problem. But you start pushing your different religions and your different politics, and you're thinking that you're better than anybody else because yours is better, or you've got the belief system of yours is better, and I'm almightier than, or whatever, then there's a problem, because you're never going to be in balance. And you're not going to be in balance with anybody if you keep that up. The only people you're going to be in balance with is those that think exactly like you. And to tell you the truth, when you surround yourself with people that think exactly like you, and there isn't any conversation, it's like, okay, you're only around that energy when you're around that energy. You want to be open-minded. You want to be able to sometimes hear things that you might not like hearing about, things about yourself. But listening and hearing, pulling that in, taking it on board, is there any truth there to it? And, when we get very guarded about certain things with ourselves, and we're in our little boxes, and we're sitting there with everything that we're guarding, and anything we're not willing to open the door and even look outside, we got a problem, because you are going to guard that with everything that you've got, and that door is staying closed. You're not willing to hear, see, listen to a different opinion, and anybody that's different than something that you may be thinking are nasty people. And then that gets passed down generations to generations, down to kids. They're going to watch that and see that. And they're going to grow up not liking these people, or not liking that way, or not liking whatever it is, because they're hearing it. They're hearing it. They're growing up with it. I mean, it doesn't take, a kid is very, very much more on than I am. Very, very sponge brain, taking it all in. But, best thing we can do is unite together and all become a one people. Because we are all going against each other. We're all fighting. We're all not allowing other people to have their differences of opinions, and hate is brewing and coming out. And I'm seeing things where people are, glad that other people are dead. And I'm like, and I'm sitting here in my energy, in my meditations, or sitting there even, quietly processing. And I can't help but think that is not, I don't like hearing that, let me tell you. Because no matter who you are, where you come from, what your politics are, they may be completely against mine, but I'm not going to wish death on you. I'm not going to wish ill health on you. Just brings bad karma. It's not very good karma when you're doing that. As many times I'm in the car with my wife and she'll start terrible road rage. She'll start shouting and screaming and calling names and everything. And I'm sitting there on the other side. Ask her if you don't believe me. I'm sitting on the other side going, don't do that. Don't say that. And don't bring that karma upon yourself. Don't do that. It's not a good energy. It doesn't bring forth a good energy, right? Even when you say it out. I mean, and then you go, I didn't really mean it. But no, you brought that energy there. You've brought that energy there already. So the things that you can do things about when you get presented with a situation, it's how are you going to react to it? The situation's there. It ain't going anywhere. There it is, presenting itself. And now it's down to, okay, because you can get a whole lot of different people from all different kinds of walks of life. And everybody's going to have a different of opinion, belief, way, you name it, of what is being seen right there. And everybody's seeing that same thing, maybe from different angles, but even that makes a difference. Just seeing things from different angles makes a heck of a difference in what each person is actually seeing. And then it comes down to, once you're taking on board that information, what's your brain now going to do? It's going to start searching through all different belief systems and programs and everything and reasons, and it's going to come up with different conclusions, and it's going to map out this framework, basically, of how you're going to start believing and thinking about that situation that's just happened right there in front of you. What can you do? What can't you do? The things that you can't do anything about, like, would I like to wave a bloody wand and stop war and stop the fighting and stop the killing and stop? Yes, absolutely. I would do that in a heartbeat, because like I've said in past podcasts, etc., and vlogs, I don't believe in killing anything. Nothing. I mean, it all deserves to live. Everything deserves a life. So to even come at me and say about sides or anything, I don't think anybody needs to. It's just horrible. Over what? Why? What's... Just, life is a beautiful thing if you treat it with respect and you enjoy life. And you don't listen to other people telling you that it's any different. Respecting another's life, loving another person for that life, experiencing it together, maybe in different ways, but experiencing it together, being interested in people, loving the person standing next to you, not because of a politics or because of the colour of their skin or whatever it may be, I don't know, heritage, you name it. Get to know that person. Get to know that person. Even sometimes, when we hear a difference of opinion, ask, what is it? What is that difference? Doesn't mean it's taken away still from your belief systems, but it opens you up to maybe hearing and learning a side or something that you may resonate with. When you shut yourself off, you shut yourself off. You're done. There's no growth in shutting yourself off. Do we hear things that we don't want to hear? Oh, wow, yeah, every day. Every day. I don't agree with everything I hear. I don't have to agree with everything I hear. But I'm not going to wish ill on anybody that doesn't think the same way as I do. Because why would I do that? Why would I do that? Again, one situation. Many, many, many beliefs, many, many, many programs, many, many differences of opinion, many different circumstances that have happened in those lives that are watching that thing and are getting triggered in different ways. There's a lot of many different things that come off of that one. That's an energy portraying out. It's not changing. It's not doing anything. But what is everybody looking at that and taking from it? And I don't care any really religions, if you ask me. If you're wishing ill health on somebody or death on somebody, or you don't belong in that religion, it's just more of a cult, you ask me. Because it's about living from your heart. It's about living from your heart. Love one another, guys. Hope everybody has a good week. Hope everybody can share some of that love. Stay that course, guys. Namaste.